Hello, everyone. My name is Natalia Szejko. I'm a neurologist from Poland who is working in close cooperation with Falcone Lab from the Yale School of Medicine. And it is my great pleasure to present the results of our study, Epigenetic Age and Ischemic Stroke, Findings from the Health and Retirement Study. So a little bit of background at the beginning. So probably you have heard that epigenetic clocks constitute a novel tool to define aging, and they are actually calculated on the basis of DNA methylation as well as clinical variables relevant for the aging processes. So the purpose of our study was to test two hypotheses: whether higher epigenetic age constitutes a risk factor for stroke, and then whether stroke survivors are epigenetically older compared to stroke-free persons. As for the methodology that we used, we evaluated clinical data and epigenetic clocks calculated for the health and retirement study, which is a study conducted at the University of Michigan. And we used 13 epigenetic clocks that have been constructing using the HRS DNA methylation data collected in 2016, and these comprise more than 4,000 individuals. Stroke was ascertained via information received from patients and caregivers, and we used logistic regression and Cox proportional models to test for associations. So coming to the results and conclusions of our study, out of more than 42,000 of participants who were enrolled in HRS, as I mentioned before, 4,018 provided DNA samples to assess epigenetic data. And of these, 342 developed stroke over a mean follow-up time of 11.53 years. For all but two epigenetic clocks, prevalent stroke increased epigenetic age as compared to stroke-free persons in univariate and multivariate analysis adjusted for age, sex, and vascular risk factors. And then we investigated whether increased epigenetic age prior to stroke predisposed to stroke incidence, and we found that increased epigenetic age was a risk factor for stroke, both in univariate as well as multivariate analysis, again, adjusted for age, sex, and vascular risk factors. And with that, I would like to thank you for your attention and especially acknowledge members of Falcone Lab as well as Health and Retirement Study. Thank you so much for your attention.